I think the moment of crisis is over. I'm not in the business. I'm not in the relaxation business. I'm in the risk management business, and we are helping companies financing themselves. We take on other companies and other institutions' risk. If you ask my predictive self, as opposed to my risk management self, I find a lot of things to be optimistic about, including the fact that the worst expected or worrisome problems that everyone talked about last year seem to be off the table, and that's certainly close to home when you think about the European potential European blow-up that everybody was worried about last year. I think that worst cases are off the table. I can still think of a number of problems that that could still roil the market. And I'm worried about the things that I'm not thinking about that are unexpected. But if you put that aside, there's all sorts of good things. A lot of the problems related to the financial crisis have been chewed through. Not all of it has been done. A lot of deleveraging has occurred. Not all of it is done. Companies are making money, which is good because then they'll reinvest. The energy situation in the United States particularly, but around the world, is improving. Housing in the United States and in other places has turned. So there's a lot of good things and a lot of worrisome things. So on net, I'm optimistic. That's my predictive self. On my risk management self, I live 98% of my time worrying about the 2% worst probabilities because that's what I get paid to do.
It would have been perfectly legal for British employees of Goldman Sachs to defer their bonuses for a few months and pay a lower rate of tax, not pay the 50p rate. Why did you decide not to do that?
If you knew the tax rate was going down, how many people who otherwise were going to sell a share of their own stock or a house would wait a month to sell it or not to sell it? This is not paying of taxes or shifting a tax burden outside the country forever that otherwise was in the country. This was not a tax evasion or a tax avoidance even. We change in light of in light of the thing, but nobody accused us of illegal. I don't even think it was immoral.
You had a big pay rise last year in the region of $20 million. What do you say to the people who say, we're still paying the price for this financial crisis, and the bankers who caused it have got scot-free?
I think there were, certainly by our community, but there were a lot of excesses that existed before. I think we have and are playing a role in the development, and we still are in the business of attracting, recruiting, retaining, and frankly, rewarding talent for their efforts. And so we're going to play our part in improving the financial system. People are still cross. Well, with you, they're still cross, and they want to sort it out. They want to understand. They want to make sure that the world, including the private sector, the public sector, the government sector, doesn't over-leverage itself again and doesn't run those kinds of risks again. But at the same time, I think we are going to try to spend an increasing amount of our thoughts in trying to look forward, not to dismiss the past. We'll deal with those legacy issues, but to get the economies of the world going so companies can grow, people can earn higher salaries, and more people can be employed.